thanks so much for checking out this channel. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I wanted to do an intro. I've been having some trouble trying to upload videos, and so I decided to just hop on live. Usually that's the go-to. And so this is just an intro to any new subscribers that may have found me. I want to talk a little bit about my testimony, and then I want to just give you an introduction to this ministry. And so I started this YouTube thing around 2016 or so. And then from there, I think I looked at it as just uploading videos. I didn't fully picture it as a ministry until I kept making more videos and more videos. And I really feel like God has been blessing this ministry. Even though you may see very low numbers, low subscribers, it's not the rabbit that won the race. It's the turtle, and so I'm just trying to upload these videos, guys, and get better over time. But I have a website as well. On that website, you can see kind of a general overview of different common teachings that you can sort of get my opinion on. A lot of it is nothing new, but a lot of it does have some of my own twist to certain topics. And so one of my favorite ministers is Bob Yandian. And so I really, after listening to him for a long time, I think I really started to shift to more of a grace message. But I definitely still try to talk about commandments or, following God closely. And so my goal, vision for YE Ministries, is to really grow the online presence, but also get into a public setting as well. You can see some of the business ideas. One of the things that I have said on the website is, YE is mixing business and ministry, because there is a market out there that, I think people don't want to always have the good news around them. And so if we can get into more spaces or more opportunities where, the gospel can be reached, and sometimes people need a reminder, just because someone has gone to church once or, may have already decided, no, I'm not going to follow Jesus. Well, God knows all things, but he still has, different good works that he wants us to do. And we could play a part in the calling that God has on someone's life. And so even though God knows everything, he has good works that we are to do to lead people to the kingdom of God. And so one of those ways could be through business and ministry. Now, I personally have had a interest in business, or working. God commands us to work, guys. That's one of the things I'm doing here with this video. But also, for Jesus' sake, we are to preach the gospel. And so if you do take up the calling to ministry, you still have to find ways that you can, preach the gospel. And so, anyway, you can check out what ideas that YE Ministry has on the website. Also, if you're new to this channel and you may not have a relationship with Jesus Christ, you can go to the website and look at the Give Your Life to God tab, and it will explain to you, if you don't mind reading. But even if you don't want to read, there are videos on there that explain how to come to Christ. and I think from very reputable ministers, like Billy Graham. For example, uh, one of the ways that God says, you can tell if someone is right with God is their separation from others in the church that may not be completely walking with God, even though they are saved. They may not be unsaved, but they may have some more maturing to do. And so, if you want to follow just the Billy Graham, um, video to learn how to be saved, you can do that as well. And so, um, onward to the next topic. Let me give you a little bit of intro to myself. My name is Ben. I've been married for about 6 years, coming up in September. We both had some good times and some bad times, my wife and I, but we have made it through to see 6 years, and we're looking forward to another 6 years. The devil can try to attack us, but God and Jesus are protecting us and seeing us through, guys. And so, if you're interested in marriage videos, I do have some marriage videos on my website. Um, I do, one of the things that I said to another minister is like, I was like, hey, I don't think you should make your whole channel about marriage, you know, but, you know, some people are called to just marriage ministry. That's one of the things that I didn't really realize when I said that. And so, um, on this channel, I try to just give a whole real well-rounded opinion on different topics, not just marriage. So you may not see those videos like every single day, but I do want to try to remember to, offer help to people that are hurting in their marriages. And so anyway, we have two kids. I started working out of high school, and then having different jobs. I still do sometimes deliver groceries with um, uh, grocery delivery, gig economy. I plan on keeping, it's just a fun job, but and then let's see what else. I live near Seattle, Washington. I think if God is calling us to Seattle, we will stay here in Washington. But I do hear about God calling people to other places too. So we'll figure out what God's will is. I know on the website, I do say that, I'm going to try to, if God grants us the permission to go into, the public eye, um, I did say that I was keeping YE in Washington, but, I don't think that's a rule where you say, you can never move. And so my wife and I were talking about moving, because, we've both had our ups and downs in Washington. And sometimes when you have some ups and downs in a state, you want to get kind of like a fresh air, so to speak. And so that's why we've been thinking about moving. Guys, I also talk about end times channel. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. I've been trying to make these videos a little bit this morning, so some of them got lost, so I don't fully know what I was saying in which video. But I talk about end times, guys. I talk about my opinion on preparations, my opinion on bunkers. I just learned about bunkers not too long ago, guys, and I really, whoever blesses me, I do want to make some more preparations for the end times, guys. I think Jesus said it would be like the days of Noah and like the days of Lot. Now, he wasn't specifically maybe saying what I'm about to say, but, Noah did build a boat, guys. He did do something physically in the end times. And I think how that I do believe in a pre-trib rapture, guys, but I do believe that you know there could be uses for a bunker when you see like the war that's going on in Ukraine and Russia, and it's just spreading, guys. It's not just Ukraine and Russia, it's Israel and Hamas. China's been kind of edging at Taiwan. There's other wars and rumors of wars going on, and so I give my opinion on that, guys. If you want to hear more about my opinion on that, you can check out I think I do have some on the website. If you go to Bunker, click on Bunker, and I have some videos or links to sharing my opinion on end times. And so, anyway, back to just giving an introduction on who I am. So, I've been studying the Bible, guys, for a long time, but, I got education around in a certificate. And so, I'm telling you that to say that, I don't think you can trust any human being on this planet, but I think you can definitely trust, in the loose sense of the word, you know, certain teachings and biblical message on certain ministers. What they're telling to you could very well save your life. And so I have done studying, not to say that everything I say is accurate or, as law as the Bible, but I just want to let you know that, I'm not completely talking about stuff that, I haven't studied. And so I do think I can offer help to those that are in need. And so let's see. Hopefully you got a good picture about me. Again, if you want to learn a little bit more about me, you can watch some of my testimony videos. So on this channel, you'll see all different types of videos. I also have an Etsy store, guys. Now, in probably the first 4 years of all the 2,000 videos that I have that you can watch, I've never asked for, any, funding or anything like that. But in these, videos lately, I will sort of nudge people to, if you find any value in this ministry, to please donate, or go to the Etsy store, and, find something that you like there and buy it. Also, guys, on the Give Donate page on the website, you can also contribute to some of the projects that this ministry is wanting to undertake. And so, I just want to throw that out there, And so, anyway, I think that's a pretty good intro, guys. Let's see if there's anything else that I need to talk about. Other than, I think in these last days, guys, one, we have to accept that we are in the last days. We don't know when the sky is going to crack, so to speak, and when Jesus is going to return. And so, yeah, I'm into growing this ministry, but I think like one of the things that I have on a picture on my website is, before you serve, you need to listen to Jesus. I just heard this message in church like the other day, is that the basic thing that we need to do is fear God and keep his commandments. That's what we need to get right, in the most part of the day. And that's what makes it so hard to follow God sometimes, is because you can struggle with that. But everything else, I think the Lord is really speaking to us in the word, comes second. And so understanding that we are in the last days and we have to prepare spiritually. I know I don't want to be a minister that gets left behind because, I wasn't living right and even preaching the word. Jesus said, many will say to me on that day, Lord, did I prophesy in your name? Did I cast out demons in your name? Did I perform, I performed many miracles in your name? And so he will say, depart from me, I never knew you. And so understand that, um, when you're working or, living your life, just accepting that we're, at the end, we don't know what, uh, the rapture, when the rapture is going to take place. Now, I highly recommend, guys, to have that good mental health. Also have that good taking care of your body. You know, um, we have to endure till the end, guys. That's one of the things that, a test that we're in is enduring until the time that we can live at peace, live in heaven with God. And so I highly recommend taking care of yourself. You know, this is a V8 drink, guys. I highly recommend getting a V8 and drinking it. Probably every day, you know, if you can afford it, if you can change around, some of your budget. Guys, I will talk about finance on this channel, but I do have another channel that I really focus on finance, and that's called Jesus Pays Me. And so you can check out that channel, that finance channel. And so I think I do have links in the description of this video, but if not, I have them linked on my website. I'm pretty sure you got to scroll on the homepage. But so understanding that we're in the last days, understanding we have to have that extra oil. We have to have that perseverance that Jesus said we need. We also have to, take care of our families. I have a different approach sometimes to God said that if you, seek after fearing the Lord and have humility about you, that He will make, riches or, bring life to your body. Uh, Stop, you guys. Sorry, I had my kids, acting up. But God said, seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to us. And so check out some of the finance videos that I have, guys, and you can get blessed by that. And so also, guys, so I am wanting to start a Wednesday night end times Bible study. Now, I think it's so easy, guys, to get into that mindset that, oh, I just want to only watch Bible finance videos, or oh, I only want to watch videos about the certain topics in the Bible. And you know you're going about your day shopping, buying and selling. Nobody, no, you're going about your day, and you can forget about, that we're in the last days, that we're having to prepare for Jesus' soon return. If you see Him in the background up there as a picture. um and so if you're interested in signing up for a Wednesday night uh live stream Bible study, I want you to text the number, guys. Text the number 253-407-0691. Guys, that's my ministry number. You can reach out to me if you feel like you have a connection with me. And you can ask me questions and get my opinion on it. Guys, I feel like I can most likely answer most questions that you may have. But Also, I can point you to resources for the questions that I don't know. But also, first, start with asking God. A lot of the questions that I have, even that I don't may not know the answer right away, start with asking God. But that's my ministry number. You can reach out to me if you want to join the Wednesday night Bible study. Um, you know, I want to get at least 2 people, but obviously want it to grow more. But I can do a one-on-one as well. But um, that's one news that I wanted to share with you. And then um, hopefully you'll just be able to, find different resources that you need. I can open up the comments on this channel, guys. I'll always, try to keep your comments respectful. And I can change that setting on YouTube. So thanks so much. Um, and hopefully, if you have any thoughts or ideas, also, if you want to post videos on this channel, if you want to join me in this YouTube ministry, maybe we can do some type of video together. Text the number, guys, if you're interested in that. So God bless you guys. See ya. Check you next time.